G'day everyone, how are you going? Sorry, I'm running a little bit late. I was just getting myself a little drink, and I've just realized one thing when I was actually trying to get this live stream set up is the webcam. If you noticed, over the last couple of probably last 2 months or so, or maybe it could be a month. I can't remember when I bought this camera. That is the Dell 4K camera. I actually quite find it fantastic. That's why I'm continually using it. It has a very good video, that's for sure, but it does not have microphone, so that's why you got to get. But then again, I'll be putting through this Rode mic anyway, so I'll get better sound quality. Now, the one thing I've just realized with this webcam here, as I was just setting up, is what they need, because it does this nice little face tracking thing, which is really sweet. I like. Now you'll see the back. That is a mess because while just doing a lot of things. I'll talk to you about that a little bit later. But it does not have, I think it needs stabilization. It does have a very good sensor on the webcam here, which is more close to the DSLR webcam, but it needs to have some sort of stabilization just to make it really nice. Because if I move the table, I've just put my feet on the table, you'll see this webcam move a little bit, and I just like, and that's very, very slightly me just touching the desk. So it'll be nice, Dell, if they put in stabilization in this webcam would be fantastic, because they could then develop that stabilization and put into other webcams in the high-end laptops. I'm hoping this year that Dell will put in better webcams in their Precision series. So, g'day Andy, how are you doing? Also, guys, and Mana, how are you doing as well too? And also, everyone, happy Lunar New Year. As I'm dressing in red just to make sure you guys are enjoying yourself, as we wish everyone a very happy New Year. I know. So I'm doing pretty well. I've just been very busy with we actually do more personal stuff and also doing some, of course, things on the channel. You start to see the channel still morph into the new version of it, and also we are doing a bit of a changing of the house just so we can get some more room for the studio anyway. So at the moment, you see the big mess we've got here, and we just put a lot of stuff into this room just so we can make more room in the other rooms anyway. So yes, that'll be good. Yes, I am a red t-shirt. I might even make my new shirt red. I think it goes very well with the blue background, don't you think? So we've got blue, we got red. What do we got? Blue. Blue is being Intel. We got red as being AMD. There you go. I don't want to be both supporters, but there you go. Anyway, where is the treat for Chinese New Year? Well, the treat for Chinese Year, I think it would be in not tomorrow, but on Saturday. I might even do a stream then. We'll find out because we've got some performances there. So I'll give you the treat on Saturday. I think it is in the afternoon. I think we're gonna go with my school to do some line dancing. There you go. So I'll try it. Maybe I could do some live streaming there if you enjoy that side of things for that. So that'll be kind of cool. So just wait a little bit. I was going to do it on Tuesday, but we were too late. We were too busy picking up some groceries, and we got to go. We're a little bit too late to other line dancing anyway. So I'll do it on Saturday because we're going to go check them out again on Saturday with our Kung Fu school anyway. So yes, red and blue is majestic. It is. It's a nice color between the two. But then it's part of the primary color wheel anyway. So that's why you see these two are very nice that merge together, and they actually complement to each other very well. I think they actually, you see in videos wise, they like to do the teal and orange, which is again a much more lighter color than the blue, and then a lighter version of the red. But again, it's the same idea with the blue and red. So teal and orange is a very nice filter. A lot of cinematic people like to use. Anyway, continuing on here. Now, as for computer-wise, I have been. I think I had nothing new. I haven't received anything because I'm actually waiting for a new onslaught of the new computers from AMD and the Intel. I know some of the bigger channels are getting some of yours. I'm just taking these because I'm actually trying to get this next phase of this channel sorted. So that's the reason why I've kind of been holding back a little bit. But right after the stream, I will be dropping, or actually, I'm still currently rendering the. I am going to be uploading the review video for the Dell Alienware X15 R1. I know I'm in the slot to try and get the R2. when that is made available. It's hopefully sometime next month. Sure, it's February now already. Jeez. So hopefully maybe end of this month or next month. I'm not sure. We'll see when it gets to Australia. It'll be good. So we've also got more new AMDs. That's going to be interesting to see, and hopefully my MacBook will sometime arrive. I did order it, and it's been. I think it might. It might. I'm getting a lot of conflicting emails from Apple. They say, "Oh, it's going to be early. Maybe it's in maybe end of this February, or maybe it's in March." So even Apple are getting affected by the shipping issues. So I'm waiting for my MacBook as well too, so I can do more testing on docks. I've got a few docks that's arriving sometime soon this week, this month as well too. So we'll be hopefully you guys will enjoy some of the dock reviews as I'm trying to find more docks and hopefully this new M1 because I think I've got ordered myself a M1 Max. Yeah, M1 Max to try it out. So we get that sort of power range that we need to try test out some of these docks anyway. So cool. Now, how are you guys going? How are you, Andy? And how are you, Manar, as well? Hope I'm saying your name correct, Manar. Manhar, I think it is, or Ma. But yeah, how are you guys going? Are you guys celebrating the Lunar New Year as well, or that's not part of your tradition? I'm not sure. For me, it's we just do our good old Chinese. Well, it's on the before the end of the year. We do that big dinner, and that's about it. So, and then we just go watch the line dancing. It's not as big here in Brisbane, no way. So, but yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much all there is. Because I'm just oh yeah, the other thing that I've put up, you see in the title that I said new channel, new adventures. Now, something I've tried out. I've tried last week. I've told the members that I'm trying something for last week, and that is where I've started another Twitch channel. Now this time I'm giving Twitch a completely utter go, and that is purely nothing to do with tech. This one is purely for gaming because I was actually taking advantage of the Lunar New Year sales, and I was buying a few purchasing a few extra games for the benchmarking side of things, and I saw another game that went on for sale, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. I haven't played games for a while, really, just haven't had time, but I thought I'll give this game a go because it sounded interesting. So and I thought, oh, why don't I just even create this and give Twitch a go correctly? So I created a new Twitch channel. This is not to do with Bijan Tech. I've actually called it Bijan Gaming. So it will be me playing games. I already streamed twice. It's interesting to try on that platform. I am very still new to it. And yeah, if you really want to join me, go find me out, check me out. I'll maybe just drop a link in below after this thing about which is the channel name. But it is adult content, so just beware. So it's not work. What do you call? May not be work friendly, safe. That's what I say. Just because of the content it is anyway. It is. I think it's a RGB, RGB. RPG game anyway. So that's what I'm trying out. That's something new. That's going to be more for me when I'm just casually, just like now, where I'm just tuning out with you guys and just hanging out. Same, they just get extra time with me anyway. So I'm just trying that out, see how that goes. It's not something I'm pushing out really hard with. It's just something I'm doing while I'm, not filming or editing anyway. So yeah. So if you would like to join me, check me out on that channel anyway. So yeah, it's Bijan, so the same as Bijan, and then just gaming at the end of it. I think gamer or gaming, I can't remember what I called it, something like that. Anyway, you'll find it. I'm currently gonna go redesign some logos for that if I take it seriously. Currently, you'll see it under my my old logo anyway. So I'll just quickly check something out there for that anyway. So yeah, that's what's happening. Now I also will be checking out the AMD W6600 video sometime very soon, which I had just before Christmas it came to. I just didn't have time to test it out, but I'm really enjoying it. Having it tested out, I am finding it. If you really don't need, I was just gonna give you guys a bit of a spoiler alert anyway. If you don't need the NVIDIA sort of CUDA cores or CUDA, he still has tensor cores, but if you don't need that sort of NVIDIA support, then wow, these the new Radeon Pros, because I did put out the Radeon W6800, and I was pretty well. I liked it a lot. There was a few dramas with a few, and that was more for drivers. But there is a few applications that just wouldn't. That it just doesn't like. So unfortunately, I had to bar them from the benchmarks. But the same with the W6600. It's a good card, especially when it's got 8 gigs. It rivals a lot of the smaller, low end the Quadro cards. Now, as I know they've got a new one out sometime soon. I don't know if I can't remember when the embargo is, so I won't say anything about it. But there is a new card that's soon to be released from AMD. But again, it will be under the low end range, the budget range. So that one, I'm going to be surprised to see what the specs on that one there. But yeah, there will be something there anyway. So I don't know if Sean was meant to say anything about that, but anyway. But yeah, so we'll see something again. I think that would do very well with that. Now, as for I think the NVIDIA 3050. Now it's getting numbers, they're all very similar. The 3050, I wanted to actually try and get one of those in to have a play with to see how that goes out, because that should be pretty decent. Same with, I think, the AMD's what's the AMD one called now? 6500, is it? So I like to have a quick go of these budget cards as well too. I do have the 6700, and I've played with 6900 as well too, and that was pretty decent cards. But I haven't played with the new budget cards for both Nvidia and I'm excited to see what the Arc is like, because I would think it's going to be about my personal thoughts. I haven't really listened to rumors, but I'm thinking it's going to be about the budget to mid-range. I don't think it's going to be fighting with the big boys yet with the new Intel Arc, but I could be proven wrong. I'd definitely love to hear what your thoughts are if you've been hearing about any of the Intel Arc stuff or the rumor way. So definitely, it'd be cool. When I get a new card to run the new Microsoft Flight Sim, yeah, the Flight Sim are very hardcore. I have to tell you that. I am running currently like 3 displays here, and this is on a 3080 card, and it's doing all right, but it does struggle a little bit sometimes in some areas when I'm actually running too much graphics. So that's what I'm talking about. Too much graphics, video editing while I'm having like 2 other like sort of like not Flash games anymore. They're like HTML5 games anyway, so JavaScript games, and it does start to like make Premiere a little bit jerky. That's a bit funny, but yeah, even that's right. So I can imagine what Flight Sim, because Flight Sim's are way more hardcore. It's actually one of the more hardcore games that actually runs the graphics hard. From, if I remember correctly, from watching a lot of the benchmarks from a lot of other cards, older cards anyway. So I don't ever really play Flight Sim, but I do know it runs quite the graphics and the computer quite hard there. I also want to try and get I know the AMD. Well, again, of course, with the Elder Lake or the 12th gen desktop, I like to see if I can get one of those in early. I don't have AMD desktop at all myself, because I'm running an AMD Ryzen system, but I'll have to get them to send me some motherboards and the DDR5. I have not played with them yet, so I am waiting for them. Same with all the new 12th gen laptops as well, so I'm waiting for those to come out to Australia. It's quite simple. We're a lot slower than other people. That's about it. So same with I think I've got a few things coming from Asus. Got some new things I'm waiting my hands on. So at the moment, this last 2 weeks have been mostly just waiting stuff in a way, and while I'm testing and getting a lot of the house ready anyway. But that's pretty much it. It's just to say, just to check in with you guys, because last week I missed out the stream because I was so busy doing a lot of other stuff personally, and also getting a lot of the computers sent back out to what I need to do. All right, we got any more questions for you guys? If not, I might call it a night, and I'm gonna let this computer completely render this thing so I can actually upload it up, which is the Dell X15R1. I know R2's has been announced, and I think it's now, I'm not sure if it's released. I have to check my roadmap again, but I think it might be released. But it's going to be exciting to see what they're going to do with it. I haven't actually looked at what the changes are. I'm just going to let that surprise me when I actually receive it anyway. But I have made some notes in the X when you see the video that what I like to see improved. Let's see if they did do anything on that. Well, how's the weather in Australia? Australia weather. Well, at the moment, it was hot. Let's just say the last 2 days has been really hot. We've got up to about 30. Well, not maybe not as hot as you where you are, Mano, but pretty hot here. I think we got up to about 36 degrees, and there's just not much wind. It was just really humid. Again, very similar to where you are, Mano, as well too. And we only just started raining this day today anyway, so that's kind of cooled down, which is absolutely fantastic. It's been much easier when it's cooled down. Hopefully, the weather's been good for you as well too on your side. Um, let's have a look. I heard there's been a bushfire. I'm not sure if there's a bushfire. I haven't watched the news. I haven't had time to watch the news. So if there is, it happens quite a lot annually. This is not an uncommon thing that we so there's a few things that we get pretty much ourselves ready, start getting ready around about, well, some houses start getting ready to prepare themselves in October, but I know a lot of other houses are starting around about November to December, where there's a few things that we start looking at, and that's flood season, cyclone season, and we've got bushfire season. They all hit at the exact same time. So we can go from one extreme of extreme hot, and then we get dumped like a lot of water. So we get the two seasons anyway. I was up in on my trip to North Queensland. I went through a few where they had controlled burns, and that's what we do is basically control burns is try and, well, there's two reasons for it, to try and not make so much fuel for the big bushfire, so try and get the bushfires to end early, and second, for more germination for the plants there as well too, and it's just a healthy thing they do. So and when they do the control burns, it's actually a big massive thing. I think I might have put it up in the members section of the video when I was driving through the bushfire. The control burn push was, yeah, control burn, and they're not like out of control bushfire, they are supervised, but it is quite large, it's like, and it gets hot, a lot of ash. Oof, let's just say. Luckily, I don't live in an area where it's meant to have a lot of bushfire, so I'm kind of lucky in that sort of sense. But we do sometimes smell it when it's near the way far, and the wind travels to us anyway. But you do smell it when that happens anyway. Bushfire do destroy a lot of houses, and it can be very quick. The bushfire, especially depending on the wind, can be pushed very quickly, and then it just goes really quick out of control. So if you do see it and it's quite far away, like I said, I'm in a metropolitan area, but if you're more in the rural area, that's probably a little bit something that you always keep an eye out on, and you've got to be making sure that you're ready to pretty much grab and run, because it's not something you want to stake your life on anyway. So yeah, floods you can probably maybe camp it out, but bushfires you cannot camp that out at all. You want to do the opposite. Okay, they are saying that. Well, maybe we should put this back on. I can say this. They are saying that this bushfire is the same magnitude of the current year 20. It's big. Oh, okay. I wonder where that is. Is that down in Melbourne, Victoria, or New South Wales, or Queensland? It's one of those ones. I'm not sure. What's the remember December 2019? Yeah, that was a big one. And then straight into that was COVID. So we're still, I think that was down in Victoria, wasn't it? Yeah, I think that I remember correctly. 2019 was Victoria, not Queensland. I think we had 2017? I can't remember. We don't get as much because we're already burning a lot. We're doing a lot of control burns a lot here in Queensland to try and not get it again. So yeah, how was it when you come into Pune? I don't know, mate. I would like to. At the moment, we haven't even traveled outside of the state, so more or less even internationally. I'll do some international travel anyway, so and it is on the plan. It is on the plan to actually travel out, probably maybe end of this year or next year. Find out how we go anyway. So yeah. I think it was Queensland, New South Wales. Wow, it was all three there, Carl. It's a bit of a blur. It's been a bit of a blur. Been a bit of a blur the last 2 years with the whole COVID thing. That's kind of made all the natural disasters a little bit down. Even though pandemic is a natural disaster as well too. But it's just I can't remember these things. All I remember a lot of times, I don't remember the bushfires much. I remember the floods. So I've been through a few floods, and that's what I remember rather than the thing. So yes, what is this thing here? It's a village. Oh, is it? I'm not sure. I have to have a check it out. But yeah, definitely something. But anyway, I'm gonna call it a night because I better get this thing going before if I want to get this video out by midnight, because I've just got to do a few more things and then start rendering because I just remember I need to check something out. Anyway, I hope you guys have a fantastic and happy Lunar New Year, and as always, I'd like to check you guys and see you guys in the next videos. Have a great night or have a great day. See you guys.